Welcome to episode 50 of the Ben Briggs podcast. I am Ben Briggs. It's Saturday, people. Saturday, 26th of October. Fucking hell, 2019. How's your week been? I hope your week has been good out there. It is the weekend. The weekend is upon us right now. It's been upon me for quite a while, actually. It's about 10:30 at night. Which I should have learned from last episode. Last episode was uploaded late the next day. I know. I broke it. Somehow I broke the Podbean site when I was uploading it, and it wouldn't upload on Tuesday night. So I had to load it up the next day. Levels seem a bit fucking, I don't know. Everything's reset itself for some reason. Everything seems a little higher. Let's see if that's a little bit better. That sounds a little bit better. So it wouldn't load up. Fucking, when was it? Tuesday? I should know when I do the podcast. Tuesday and Saturday, innit? Yeah, so Tuesday's episode wouldn't fucking load up. I was getting more and more stressed. I almost launched my fucking laptop out of the fucking, through the front door, through the glazing. Check out the double glazing system on the old front door, see if that's working. And then, like anything these days, you can't fucking just speak to somebody on the phone about it. You have to send a little message in chat and hope that somebody's fucking awake the other end so you can get something sorted. And obviously that's not going to get sorted in the time scales I give myself for this. At the minute, I've got like an hour and a half to upload it, so hopefully it can upload again. Who knows when the fuck this is going to go out there? You could be listening to this in 20 years' time. I will be long gone by then. Yeah. So it was fucking annoying, man. Trying to upload it, trying to sort out what was wrong. The actual file itself kept coming up. Oh, it wouldn't read the file, and I thought, oh fucking hell, I hope I don't have to redo it all again. Not this fucking genius. I'm spouting off the cuff. It's far from genius. I know that, people. I know. Let's all calm down out there, people judging me. So the last episode was uploaded late. This episode, hopefully, there'll be no glitches, so we can just get it out. Because I fucking hate. I don't want to edit it. I don't want to unedit it. I don't want to edit it, people. So I want it coming out you raw within your ears. So hopefully this time everything will be sweet, even though my recorder, I record it all onto a Zoom H4n. That seems to have reset itself. The basic setup I've got, I run it all through a mixer. I've got a Shure SM7B mic. I run that into some sort of fucking mic processor. I don't really know what it does. I think it took me fucking ages to set up the sound to make it sound all right. Hopefully it sounds all right tonight. And that goes through a DBX286S, which then goes into a mixer, which then connects to the Zoom H4n. I don't really need the mixer, I don't think. It's just there, so I look professional to myself when I'm looking at it. So sorry to all the people out there who, there was a few people who messaged me saying, hey man, where's your fucking podcast? It didn't get uploaded until the next day because of the fucking Podbean site. So, but I didn't know there's various workarounds within that. Sorry, there's a bit of a burp there. I don't know if that was picked up. I've just had fucking raw onion again. I'm manic for raw onion. I'm like a pregnant fucking woman at the minute. Just manic for raw onion. But Jesus Christ, it doesn't have to repeat on you. Which could be my reasoning behind having spent most of yesterday and most of today on the toilet. I know. It's not something you want to listen to when you listen to this, but fuck me, Jesus Christ. I don't know what it is, my body reacting against putting on weight or something and just saying, we need to make this food exit your body a little bit slicker than it has been. But Jesus fucking Christ, man. Oh, today's been fucking awful. I've got the sweats and fucking shitting water out. I know you don't want to listen to this. Ben, what are you doing to us? I know that. I know. But I'm trying to be real with you. Show you where I'm coming from today. That's it. You're fucking lucky I'm not doing this from the toilet at the minute with an echoey sound in the background and a flush every fucking 5 minutes. But yeah, that's been me. I don't know what that is either. I've been talking to people about this today, obviously, because it's nice to share these days, isn't it? It's nice to share. I've been talking to people about this today, and they've been going, well, what have you eaten? I've just eaten the same shit I usually eat, yeah? That's it, salads, bit of pasta, pasties, you know. I don't know what it is, man, but something, my body is rejecting something that I've eaten today, or I've picked up a stomach bug from somewhere. I don't know. Maybe it's this fucking over-cleaning fucking everything that I do, like washing my hands and then fucking sanitizing my hands and that sort of thing. It's made me into a pussy. My immune system is dying because of all the fucking Dettol shit I've got around and disinfectant spray. That could be it. That's what they say. You've got to expose yourself to these things. I need to, like, I don't know, rub myself in shit for a couple of weeks or something like that, get my immune system back up. Oh, man, on the way to last night's gig, I was at Ruffle. I know somebody's already said, you mentioned Ruffle Comedy Club a lot. Yeah, I do it quite a bit. I quite like it. I was at the new club last night, and fuck me, the journey on the way there. I had to stop 3 times. And then I got within 6 at the services to take a shite, and I got about 16 miles away from the gig, and I was like, oh no, man, I need to go again. And there was nowhere near the services. The M6 was fucking rammed, and I was like, oh. And then it finally, after going around a little diver, and then I got on the wrong way on the M6, so I had to go back down the M6, then come up the other way, and it was 50 mile an hour zone. And I could see the time on the old sat nav just ticking up, baby. I was due to get there initially at 7 o'clock, and I thought, oh, that's fucking ideal. And within like 20 minutes from the gig, I was still due to get there about 5 past, I think. And then I had to ring them and say that I was going to be a bit later, and I was opening as well, which is always a fucker because you have to get there on time. Obviously, or the night doesn't start. Yeah. So on the way, I had to fucking stop her. There was a Marriott hotel. I don't know. I just pray to God they haven't got CCTV at the front of there. Because I just had a pull-in bit, and then they've got a big like car park, and I just pulled in as soon as I got there, and there was some bushes, so I just had to go for a piss behind a bush, and then fuck me, halfway through the piss, I thought I was going to shit myself. I ain't going to lie, because obviously you're pushing, and yeah, to get the piss out of your body, and then it was a push too far. And I thought I was going to fucking crap myself in the middle of nowhere outside a fucking Marriott hotel. We've all done it. We've all done that. That is not a slight, by the way. That is not a review of the services of that Marriott hotel. I was about to shit myself outside it as some sort of dirty protest. Oh yeah, Jesus! I had to clamp everything off. Bang. Hold the old butt cheeks together and finish the piss, and then fucking get in the... I was doing that. I was clamping my ass cheeks together with one hand, obviously holding the old pecker with the other. And I genuinely thought to myself, I looked at my watch, and it was like 10 to, at that point, 10 to 8. And I thought, I'm going to be on stage in 20 minutes. I'm going to be... And that audience is going to have no... No fucking idea what I was doing 20 minutes ago. Clamping my ass cheeks together, taking a piss outside a Marriott hotel, desperately trying not to shit myself. But hey, it's nice to be here. How are we all doing? You having a good night? Fucking hell. Jesus. Fucking hell. But I managed to make it to the gig on time. It started a little bit late, but that was nothing to do with me. They were waiting for an audience members to file in. Yeah, that had, I had to take a shit when I got there as well. Jesus fucking hell. And straight as soon as I got off stage. It's been a lot of water drinking today, replacing the old hydration in the old Briggs system. Fuck knows what that was all about. I'm risking at the minute. I've just made myself a cappuccino, and I'm looking at it suspiciously at the minute with suspicious eyes. Whether or not I should actually drink it or just like go for the water that I've been on all day. But let's have a little sip of it. Nothing's backfired as yet. You'll be happy to know. So that was last night's fucking hell journey to the gig. The gig was quite nice. It was a little bit quiet, but they got on board in the end. But it was a bit of a quiet audience, but they were quite cool. You know, like it's a nice little club that is. They've got the best green room. You feel like you're in a fucking Poirot episode. I think I mentioned this before there. And then Thursday night I was where was I? Near Leeds or something like that. Fuck me, that was a fucking oh man. That was after filling in that fucking questionnaire, writing a book more like the other week. That would have been added to that gig where it was just like it was a small room gig upstairs, not many people in, probably about 20, something like that. And there was 4 women who I spotted initially, and I even said to one of the other acts who was there that night, those 4 are gonna fucking hate me, because I just looked at them and they were like middle-aged, middle-class women, fucking, you know, that sort of like white privilege thing about them. And I thought they're bound to pick some, and they picked on some bit of material they fucking didn't like, which they said was sexist. That's sexist. Which, if anything, it's a bit of material about how guys are, when women post up on Facebook about stuff, and guys do the old, like, you okay, hun? Fucking, I'd love to fucking jizz over your tits, but I'm going to start off by being caring, and then slide into your DMs, and hopefully we can get in that way. That's what guys do. So if anything, it's sexist against men. But this woman obviously wasn't listening because she was talking to her other mates and then took exception to it. And then got a little bit personal with me. And then obviously I responded to that. And they walked out, all 4 of them. Boom, 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 boom. Sashayed out of there because that's what they have to do. They have to make a point, don't they, of sashaying out. But the rest of the audience was pretty cool, and they were a lot on my side because these women were dicks. And not that all women are dicks, by the way. That's how she would have responded to that. Hey, you saying all women are dicks? No, I'm just saying you're dicks. So I gave them a bit of a tongue lashing. I can't remember what I said. She said something about what was it? She said something about being single, and she said something about not having a chance with her. And I was like, well, you know, that's not going to happen anyway because I'm really shallow and only go for looks. Or have a little bit of that, sweetheart. And then she said something about having sex with me being shit or something like that. And I don't know. I think I responded. I know exactly how I responded, to be honest. I don't think I know how I responded. This is exactly a verbatim, pretty much. Verbatim, pretty much. You can't have that, can you? It's either verbatim or it's not verbatim. This is how pretty much I responded was if we were having sex, you'd feel sort of like a warm feeling on your back and you'd think, oh, it's finally come, but it's really just my own vomit. Just at the very thought of doing that to you. It was at that point, people, she tapped out of it and tapped out of the comedy night and walked off. But still had to say something before she went. But it was one of the women in the audience who made me laugh. She were a right cunt, she said in a fucking Leeds accent. She were a right cunt. And they got a bit of a round of applause for fucking off. So that was nice. That the rest of the audience were actually behind me on that one. That was just fucking cunts. Sometimes you just get cunts at gigs, don't you? You just get cunts at gigs sometimes. And I'm sure they're very nice in their normal life when they're not putting up that fucking I'm offended by everything shit. It was very telling what she said when she went, though. We just came here to have a drink and a nice chat. Well, you don't chat at a comedy night, do you? If you want to go and have a chat, go to a fucking bar. You know, you go to a comedy night to listen to the acts and answer. And they were fucking funny from the start, with the compare and that, giving false names and all that shit. Like, he doesn't give a fuck anyway, sweetheart, what your name is. He's just trying to fill for a bit, relax everybody in the audience, and bring the acts on. That's all he wants to do. He doesn't give a fuck what your name is. You know, he just wants to, you know, relax everybody, introduce everybody and that sort of thing, you know, just so the night goes well, you know. Don't make it all about you and your fucking weird shit. Nobody's fucking following you home or anything. Nobody really gives a shit about your life. But they went downstairs, I think, to complain to the manager of the place as well, because he came and told me what I've been saying. And he related the story. The woman related the story to him about the coming on the back and the puking, and he said he couldn't help but laugh when. So that was nice. So I got an extra laugh there at the end of that. About 10 minutes later, when they were complaining. So that's not bad, is it? That's not a bad thing. Not a bad way to go. Let's have a bit more coffee. Hang on. So that was my week, dealing with fucking shithead wankers like that. That really does fucking annoy me, though. When people aren't listening, don't listen to the fucking context of what you're fucking saying, and then suddenly just throw that out there. But surely that's demeaning to things that are genuinely sexist, isn't it? You know, if you tar everything with the same brush, it's like crying wolf, isn't it? It gets to the stage, if you cry wolf about everything, like this is sexist, this is fucking racist, this is whatever, misogynistic or homophobic or transphobic or whatever, and you paint everything with the same brush as that, just because it's talking about those issues doesn't really mean it's those sort of phobics. You know what I mean? But if you tar everything and paint everything with those issues, then when something genuinely comes up, everybody just goes, oh, fucking hell, it's something else, isn't it? Something else that's like somebody else complaining about transphobia or misogyny or sexism or racism. And you're like, no, but this time it genuinely is. Yeah. You've cried wolf 3 times already. We don't believe you now. No, but this one, we need to do something about this. No, it's the same as like the other week you were saying that, you know, that's it though, isn't it? It takes that fucking thing away and just dilutes everything. So everybody just turns their nose up and just goes, well, you know, everything's fucking sexist or racist these days. That's what they say, isn't it? Like, that's what eventually what it comes to. And people just fucking ignore the actual sexism or racism or misogyny or transphobia or whatever. I don't know, man. We ought to have a book of guidelines. Government-produced guidelines about what's sexist, racist, fucking... We don't need that, do we? We don't need that. But it might help some people. It might help some people, like that middle-aged white woman. Not all people, not all women are fucking... I think the line I use is like men who do that online. No, I don't think I know. Obviously, I wrote the fucking line. I should know it. The line I use is people who do that online, men who like see women posting about their problems and then go, "Oh, you're right, hun," or whatever, or "Hey, message me, DM me," and all that sort of shit. I said it's like lions. They're like lions looking for a limping wildebeest. And she was like, "Are you describing women as wildebeest?" Well, no, it's a simile, isn't it? You know, it's a simile, sweetheart. You know? It's not meant to be taken literally. It's there to paint the picture, isn't it? That's having a go at men being like predatory to fucking vulnerable women. You know, that does happen, by the way, people of the world. You know what I mean? Men do that. You know, they're going to try and fucking crowbar in there and use a fucking chink in your armour to see if they can get in there if they like you. You know, it's not saying all women are fucking weak and vulnerable. It's just saying some men act like predatory fucking lions going in there after someone who's vulnerable. Isn't it? Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Yeah, so, you know, like it's a simile. It's not meant to be fucking taken as a literal, you know. Metaphors and similes are not, they're there to paint the fucking picture, aren't they? To spice it up a little, give you a bit of vision on the scenario. Aren't they? You know, she must be walking around when, like, after the rugby, watching the rugby today, when they said they played like lions. That woman must be sitting there watching the fucking rugby today going, well, that's not fair. They've got lions playing against... No, you fucking idiot. It's a fucking simile. It's not meant to be. Jesus. Jesus. Playing with the heart of a lion. Really? Have you heard this now? They're transplanting lion hearts into people. Shut up, sweetheart. Don't take everything fucking literal, you fucking penai. Oh, fuck me. Oh, dear. Losing my voice now, aren't I? That coffee is nice, but I have a strange feeling I'm going to be regretting it in about an hour's time. Boom! Straight back on the toilet again. Anyway, talking about the Rugby World Cup, fucking hell. Old England, this will not in any way, shape or form be interesting to our American listeners out there. But England today reached the Rugby World Cup final. They beat New Zealand. Ay-ya! Haka, haka, haka. Doing the old hacker thing. But yeah, Americans, if you're not aware of what rugby is, well, you should be. Not that I'm a particularly massive rugby fan, really. I was always brought up on football rather than rugby. That's Satcher to our American fans out there, or even just listeners, not even fans. But England sorted out and won the semi-final of the World Cup. Rugby World Cup, so they're in the final, which is next Saturday, 9 o'clock kickoff, I think it is, 9 a.m. So that was like pretty cool. I watched the game today. I woke up a little bit too late and then watched the game on repeat, but I didn't know the scores or anything, so it was like watching it live, which is what you can do these days. Wicked. So that was pretty cool. For the 50th episode as well. I know, I didn't make a big thing of the 50th episode earlier because it's just going to keep rolling and rolling and rolling, isn't it? It's just going to be me like spouting off shits every Tuesday and Saturday about weird gigs and weird fucking women who need annihilating. So they all filed out anyway. They all went. Sorry, I'm still fucking annoyed about that. Fucking... Jesus, because at one point, the reason I'm annoyed about that is because at one point it was teetering and I thought, oh, fucking hell, I could lose the rest of the audience here. But I managed to keep them, so that was quite nice. Yeah, so England today went through against New Zealand. It was a really good game, actually. They fucking just hammered it off. Like, everyone's going on about the V formation that England was standing in when the New Zealanders were doing the haka. The haka thing is like for anybody who doesn't know, like the New Zealand dance, sort of like war dance thing they do, like before they play against other teams. So like the other teams have to fucking stand there and just watch these New Zealanders, you know, just doing a fucking war dance in front of them, which is sort of like tradition for them to do that. However, England, everybody just usually stands in a line, but they did it in a V formation today whilst they were against the haka. So that was meant to be a big psychological thing, man. that was meant to have given the edge over the game, which it seems like they actually did fucking happen today, and England pulled it out of the bag, and they were massive fucking underdogs for that game as well, because I don't think New Zealand had lost a World Cup game in about 12 years, something like that anyway, and England haven't beat them in about the last 18 games or something like that. England haven't beat them, I think, anyway. That's what I managed to glean, the knowledge I managed to glean from watching the game today. But, yeah, it's quite exciting. And obviously, England's going to go fucking rugby mad now because we're in the final next Saturday. And we could actually win it, I think. We've got half a chance at least. Anyway, haven't we? 50-50. There we go. What else have you been up to this week, Ben? Well, I tell you, I am continuing the Ken Burns theme and watching the fucking West documentary by Ken Burns. Another one. I know, Ben. I can't get enough. I tell you what, I was born in the wrong time, people. The idea of like being one of the pioneers who goes out to the West. I know it's easy to say this, people. You're all thinking, Ben, you're sitting on your sofa while you're watching this in a fucking centrally heated flat with running water and electric and gas, and you're sitting there watching this and you think, that seems a romantic lifestyle. There's not a bear, fucking grizzly bear, like trying to break in through my fucking window and eat my face. I know that. But I tell you what, people, I quite like the idea of it. Yeah, I said it. It's out there now, yeah? I quite like the idea of living in those times. Make a few friends with some Apaches, pop round there, fire some arrows in the afternoon, go home, read a book, train a wolf that you've fucking captured. Train that up as a little pet, go out hunting, catch a few fish, come back, have a bath in one of them tin things. Fucking hell. I quite like the idea of it. Getting away from it all. A much simpler time. Isn't it? A much more brutal time. Obviously, you could be fucking eaten or killed by anything and anyone. That is something I have gleaned from watching this documentary. I know there was that film, like 1,000 Dies to Way in the West. No, that's not it, Ben. 1,000 Ways to Die in the West, weren't there? But like, fucking hell, they must have watched this documentary before they made that film, surely, because everything kills you. I'm surprised anybody lived through the 1800s in America. They were all either killing each other, or the Indians, or Native Americans, as they prefer to be called. Native Americans were fucking killing you, or you were killing them, or there was your neighbour wanted to kill you because you'd found a fucking gold nugget or something, or animals were out there killing you, or fucking disease would kill you, or your wife would kill you, or your fucking kids would kill you. It was fucking brutal. It's a fucking free-for-all. I can see why they put in the Constitution the amendment for having fucking guns. I think that was just to protect yourself from everything that could kill you. All the animals, wild animals, you had grizzly bears, fucking wolves, fucking buffaloes, fucking charging through your fucking living room. Ah, Jesus. I can see why they did the gun thing. Even your wife wanted to kill you, you fucking neighbour. Sounds like a fucking nightmare. I know it does. But I've still got this English ideal that could go out there. The pioneering island spirit that we have in England. That could just go out there, fucking find a little bit of land. Just settle down, tend a few crops, have about 10 babies. 4 of them live. One of them lives until adulthood. 4 of them actually live past the age of 1. Drinking muddy water. Sounds like bliss. I don't know, but I've been watching that anyway. What are we on? Fucking 29 minutes, man. I must have gone on a lot longer than I thought about that fucking gig the other night. fucking shitting myself. Oh dear. What a 50th episode that was. A lot of people make a lot of things, like make big things about like hitting certain landmarks. We'll do that with 51, shall we? We'll be different from everybody else. That's what we are, people, isn't it? Yeah, we're different. That's what we are. Yeah, so that's 30 minutes. Fucking hell, I forgot to do the fuck. I forgot to do the fucking adverts, man. I got carried away. Hey, but that's it. Sometimes life. Hey, man. Sometimes you can't plan life, can you? You know, you make all these plans for it and it goes to shit, doesn't it? You know, a bear eats your fucking asshole out when you trip over. I don't know. You know, you get bitten by a snake just as you're finishing off your fucking house after you've been building it for 20 years out of logs. Anyway, that is episode 50, people. If you like this, do the usual. Like, subscribe, share it amongst your friends. If you like to hear a fucking English guy ranting on and saying fuck every 2 minutes. It's more than that, Ben. It's more than that. I will be back on Tuesday. If you want to send me any messages or anything like that, it's, as always, podcast@benbriggs.co.uk. Have a good weekend, motherfuckers, and I will speak to you on Tuesday. Take care.